himself. And the people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary, and the end thereof shall be with a flood.
And the end thereof shall be with a flood. So the Romans came in like a flood. They call them stormtroopers. Go ahead.
And unto the end of the war, desolations are determined. And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week.
Now that's talking about the Romans. They made a pact. When you read the history about the Romans and the Jews, they made a pact saying that, no, we're not going to do nothing wrong against you. This is your land, you're going to stay in your land, you're going to keep your laws. Then in the middle of that pact, they said, nah, you can't keep the laws no more. And when you read about when the Romans came in there and besieged Jerusalem, when they had the Passover, they allowed it where no supplies could come into the gates. So they were starving themselves. It got so bad in that siege, and Israelite men and women were eating their children. All right?
Deuteronomy 28 and 52. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates, until thy high and fenced walls come down, wherein thou trustest, throughout all thy land. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all thy land.
Now he's reading that in Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, and they'll read that whole chapter, and when they get to this part, they don't equate that with the Roman Empire. When the Roman Empire took down Jerusalem during the time of 70 AD.
Right.
Go ahead.
And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all thy land, which the Lord thy God hath given thee, and thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body.
Matter of fact, jump up above that when it says that as swift as an eagle fly. Show you that it's talking.
Yeah, 49.
Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 28 and 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
See, that's why you got these guys like Mike Terrius and Edomite Slayer and these other guys teaching that bullshit, man. And then you got a lot of people following them because to them, they don't know any better. They think, oh, these guys are saying the same thing that these brothers are saying. We ain't saying the same thing.
Right.
All right? So that's why brothers get confused. Go ahead.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flies.
Now that's twofold. That's talking about the Roman Empire, but it's talking about America. And you notice it says as swift as the eagle flies. America holds the eagle as their animal. The ancient Romans held the eagle as their animal. Go ahead.
As swift as the eagle flies, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Yeah, they didn't understand Latin. Just like we, at one time, we didn't understand English. Go ahead.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
That's why it says in Daniel, they shall come in as a flood. They're going to kill little babies, they're going to kill women, they're going to kill old women, they're going to kill old men and young men. Go ahead.
And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle, and the fruit of thy land, until thou be destroyed, which also shall leave thee either corn, wine, or oil.
In other words, they cut the gates, they put garrisons around the gates of Jerusalem. So nothing can come in, and nothing can come out.
Or the increase of thy kind.
This is why those guys are in the studio. They don't got to deal with this, they don't got to deal with the rain, they don't got to deal with people coming up against them. But the Most High told us to come out here for that reason, to test us. We have to deal with all the elements. And damn near all the elements came up against us today. And we have to fight these elements. That shows you that them guys ain't fighting. HODC, you gotta hear that dance, that lightning, ain't that thunder. HODC 12 ain't doing it. Nathaniel 7, he goes out there, and if it gets a little too dark, he closes up. Sometimes he's out there for a half an hour, and he goes home. Them guys are full of shit. Go ahead.
And he shall...
And you know what, man? We done more than proved that we're men of the Lord. We're doing everything that the men of the Lord does. Now you check out the so-called discomforter, and you read about the prophets, and you see if he's doing anything that the prophets is doing.
Fits the mold.
He does not fit the mold. And see, if he was out here now, the discomforter was jumping that damn garbage can. He's the type of nigga that's probably afraid of life. When the movie, give me my teddy bear. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 28:51. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed, which also shall leave thee either corn, wine, or oil.
This happened during the time of 70 AD. Go ahead.
Or the increase of thy kind, or flocks of thy sheep, until he have destroyed thee. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates, until thy high and fenced walls come down.
Yeah, because every city in the ancient world, Jerusalem, had these fenced cities. So they tore them down. Go ahead.
Until thy high and fenced walls come down, wherein thou trustest, throughout all thy land. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates, throughout all thy land, which the Lord thy God hath given thee. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body.
That's cannibalism. Because cannibalism happened 2 times in Israel. During the time of the siege of the Roman Empire, when they besieged Jerusalem, and there was another time during the time of the kings where it got so bad that they were eating their children. Then there's a scripture where it says that they were taking men's shit and they were making cookies out of it and eating the cookies. Dumb. Yep. Go ahead.
And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body, the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which the Lord thy God hath given thee in the siege, and in the straitness.
In the siege, because the Romans besieged Jerusalem. That's the siege. Go ahead.
And in the straitness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee.
That's it on that, right? Now let's go back to where we left off.
All right. This is Daniel chapter 9, verse 26. Yea. Sorry.
Well, that's Satanism.
Yeah. I don't know how that happened.
It's Satan, brother.
Daniel 9 and 27. And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. And in the midst of the week, he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease.
Now, didn't he just read that? He's going to cause the cattle not to come in, the fruit not to come in, or nobody to leave. Go ahead.
And for the overspreading of abominations, he shall make it desolate, even unto the consummation, and that determined shall be poured upon the desolate.
Right, and that's plain. You got something else? Go ahead.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and this is the fulfillment. This is the fulfillment of that of Daniel. Matthew 24, and I believe it's about the 15th verse. Yeah, 15. When you therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Whoso readeth, let him understand.
Now what the Lord was quoting was Daniel the 9th chapter that the brother just read. Now you got guys that read this and say it's talking about something completely different. Or it's talking about now. It was talking about back then. Go ahead.
It says, and when you therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet.
So the Lord called the white man, the Romans, the abomination of desolation. Go ahead.
Stand in the holy place. Whoso readeth, let him understand.
That's why he said, whosoever readeth, let him understand. It has nothing to do with no fucking 7-year tribulation period that's going to happen in the future.
Right.
Go ahead.
Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains.
Yeah, because Israelites was actually in the land of Israel, and you were supposed to go up to the mountains. Now there's a story called the story of Masada. They made a movie called Masada. Does anybody know what Masada is all about? Nobody knows what it's all about?
I heard about it.
Nobody knows what it's about? Masada was the last stronghold of Israelites that went up into the mountains, and the Romans came to get them. And then what they did was they had a suicide pact. But they said, we're going to kill ourselves before the Romans could kill us. And that was a true event. And they made movies on it. Josephus speaks about it. Go ahead.
Says, let him.
See, you got to learn that history too. Go ahead.
Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes.